I do not understand the praise that this keyboard gets online. It's got 5 stars on Redragon's website, and the YouTube reviews tell you it's a good keyboard, even going as far as saying it's a creamy keyboard. I beg to differ though. The moment I laid my hands on this keyboard, I could immediately tell it was a cut below the ones I reviewed before. On Red Dragon's global website, it retails for 69 and 99 US dollars or 4,200 Philippine peso. The links are in the description below if you're interested. I have to say, for that price, I think there are better options out there. However, I will say this. If you don't mind the way it looks and feels, this is great as far as functionality goes. It has everything you need for productivity, including 3 connection modes, a numpad, as well as a volume knob. To be fair, I don't see a lot of numpad keyboard with its own volume knob. By default, it functions as a volume adjustment and mute button, but you can switch it to adjust the LED intensity of the keyboard. However, you can't remap it through Redragon software, which, by the way, it is a rebranded application as it has the same interface and functionality as the Ala F75 I've been daily driving. The good thing about it is you get 3 layers plus a tap function when remapping keys, and you don't need to connect the USB-C cable just to use the software. On the left side, you have the USB-C port for charging and wired connection, together with switches for connectivity modes, as well as Windows and Mac. On the other side is the placeholder for the dongle. Thanks to the all-plastic build, the weight of this keyboard is just 1.2 kilograms, making it the lightest full keyboard I've reviewed, which also means you still get adjustable feet for typing angles. For a plastic keyboard, although I don't think durability is going to be a problem, the quality feels cheap. There are good plastic builds, there are cheap plastic builds. Unfortunately, this feels cheap. I think the majority of that comes from the keycaps. The keycaps of the K686 are not your typical cherry profile, although it's still PBT, so it's wear resistant. The MOA profile is rounded and has a bigger surface for easier typing. Coming from cherry profile keycaps for years, this will take some getting used to despite the larger surface. For some reason, the keycaps here feel a bit more plasticky, if that makes sense. On top of that, this is only available in this color, so if you want to customize the look, take note that you have a white and navy blue base and that you can only use the MOA profile. As far as the switch goes, this is only paired with a Mint Mambo switch, which is a linear switch made for typing. Although the keys feel responsive for both gaming and office, you can still replace the switch with 3 5 pins. However, the combination of the Mint Mambo switch and MOA keycaps doesn't sound good if this isn't your first time switching to a mechanical keyboard. The K686 feels like it belongs to the first generation of mechanical keyboards. Despite the 5-layer sound absorbing pads, they just don't sound good in comparison to the modern keyboards of the same price point. However, the stabilizer for long keycaps is one of the best I've seen. Redragon did not specify the battery capacity of the K686 for some reason, but with RGB below 50%, I get around 3 to 5 days of use. My guess is between 3000 and 4000 mAh, but the keyboard does come with a battery indicator. The other 3 LEDs are for numpad, capitalization, and mode. I'm not sure what market Redragon is targeting with this keyboard. Given the way it looks with its white, green, and navy blue design, it won't fit most desk setups. I'm sure though there are people out there who are going to dig the look. This is definitely not for people who have mechanical keyboard experience. But if this is your first time and you like this design, this might be for you. It's not a bad mech keyboard for first timers, just make sure to get it on sale. That price though is tough to swallow as far as value goes. But that's it for this one. Drop a sub or a like if you feel like supporting the channel. And as always, until the next one, stay safe.